Hey everybody, it's Rob. An update. I've got a new Quints item in my collection. A brand new Quints item. I'll get to that in a second. But first, a thoughtfully built wardrobe comes down to pieces that mix well and last. That's where Quints shines. Premium fabrics, considered design, and everyday essentials that feel effortless to wear and dependable, even as the seasons change. And boy, are they changing. We've been traveling a lot. You never know if it's winter or spring or summer. And Quints has something for every one of those seasons. Fall, too. But Quints has everyday essentials, and that's what I love. They have lightweight cashmere sweaters, short-sleeve Mongolian cashmere polos, linen bottoms and shorts. I mean, now's your time. You got to get your closet ready for summer. And you're going, Rob, I can't afford that kind of constant clothes buying. Well, I'm here to tell you that Quints works directly with the manufacturer. They cut out the middleman, so you don't pay for those top brand prices and markups. Just quality clothing at a very reasonable price. So I've got this great new short sleeve button-up number and collared shirt, and I wore it at the gig I had with the band just now in Philadelphia, and so it's ready to rock. I can tell you now, it's passes all of rock's standards. It's a great shirt, and again, not too pricey. I also got a sweater that I wore when I was in New York. Again, great quality sweater. Lots of people ask me about it. I said, that's a Quints. So right now, go to quints.com/STN for free shipping and 365-day returns. That's a full year to build your wardrobe and love it. And you will. Now available in Canada, too. Don't keep settling for clothes that don't last. Go to quince.com/STN for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/STN.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can be a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help you find options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
In 2005, two brothers hit the road in search of their father and wound up fighting demons, angels, monsters, and fate itself.
Over the next 15 years, Supernatural became more than just a TV show. It became a family with one of the most passionate fan bases in the world.
I'm Rob Benedict. I played Chuck Shirley. You might also know me as God.
And I'm Richard Speight Jr. I played Loki, the Trickster, and Gabriel. And I also directed more than a few episodes.
Now, we spent years making this show, but we never actually sat down to watch every single episode in order until now.
And that means that each week we're watching Supernatural from the beginning, now diving into Season 8, the year of purgatory, prophets, and the pursuit to close the gates of hell. And we'll be joined by cast, writers, directors, and the crew who help bring each episode to life.
You'll hear behind-the-scenes stories, our honest reactions, and maybe learn a little about how television gets made along the way.
Now, I'm warning you, there are going to be spoilers. And remember, this is our first time truly watching the series, so if we miss a detail or don't remember what happens 3 seasons from now, well, that's part of the fun.
So join us as we keep the engine running, hit the open road, and fall even deeper in love with Supernatural. Hey everybody, it's Rob Benedict.
And Richard Speight Jr.
And we're talking about the TV show Supernatural, Season 8, Episode 19, Taxi Driver.
Everything you say is true. We're talking about the TV show Supernatural.
Yes.
And we're talking about Season 8, and we're also talking about Episode 19.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Did you have a problem with any of it?
No, but here's my question. Maybe I missed it, but at any point, does the taxi driver say Are you talking to me?
I don't think so.
They missed a joke.
Yeah.
They missed a moment.
No, I don't think so. But hey.
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
I thought you were going to make fun of me because as I was saying, season 8, episode 19, I spit a little bit of my bagel, just went right onto the, right past the camera. All right, listen, guys, this is very important. We're trying to break 7,000 ratings on Spotify, and we are just 300 ratings away from reaching that number.
All right, Northwestern, since we're trying to break 7,000 and we're 300 short, how many ratings do we have, Northwestern?
We have 6,900 and we have 6.
Oh my God.
900. We have 6,700. We have 6,700 ratings. We're 300 shy.
You were about to be removed from the Northwestern website right there. Just very close.
All right.
You're right, Robert. 6,700 are the ratings we have, but we want 7,000. Because you know what happens at 7,000? Free car wash.
Yeah.
So all of us have dusty rides. We need them washed. We need you to get us to 7K.
Yeah. So if you listen on Spotify, please rate the show 5 stars. Please.
I think it's pronounced Spotify. But yes, listen.
Right.
If you listen on Spotify, be sure you rate us.
You're right.
And give it 5 stars.
It helps in weird ways with algorithms and stuff.
It sure does.
Yeah. To get those ratings.
It does.
So tell a friend. Tell a friend today about the Supernatural Then and Now podcast.
Tell a friend. Teleport. Tell whatever you need to
Teleport and tell a friend through your television. Well, this is an exciting episode. Lots of guest stars happening here.
Oh man, it's a bevy. It's a cavalcade of your favorite people.
And once again, we've got a Garth mention, but no Garth.
No Garth. Garth's name is spoken.
Yeah, quite a bit, but no Garth. All right, shall I do it?
Let's do it, buddy. Go into your summary.
Kevin wakes up in the night, hearing Crowley's voice in his head. He looks around but sees nothing, only realizing that Crowley is threatening him everywhere at once. Kevin discovers his hand is missing and his legs are gone, terrifying him. When Sam and Dean arrive, they initially...
That was trippy, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I didn't realize that Kevin lost his arm and legs.
I thought he just bought something really expensive and it cost him an arm and a leg.
There you go. When Sam and Dean arrive, they initially doubt Kevin is hearing Crowley. Kevin explains he has decoded the second trial, which requires going to hell to rescue an innocent soul and deliver it to heaven.
Didn't you think it was odd how dismissive they were about that, though? Knowing that the spiritual world is what it is and all the crazy crap that happens. I thought it was funny. They're like, no, you're not.
No, you didn't hear him. No. Yeah, it was funny the way that they did it. But yeah, it was interesting. In the same way that also this happened in this episode, whenever a person from heaven or hell like disappears, because that's what they do. They always do the like, where'd they go? But they know that they that's how they leave a room.
Okay, I have something to say about that, but I'll get to a very specific point when we get there.
Okay. So Kevin explains he decoded the second trial, which requires going to hell to rescue an innocent soul and deliver it to heaven. Unsure how to enter hell, Sam and Dean look for more information. At a crossroads, they trap a demon and torture him for answers. This poor guy.
I thought that was funny. Like, where the hot chicks?
Where the hot chicks at, yeah. Eventually, he reveals that souls can be smuggled across the hell border by intermediaries for a price. I like that idea that they're these like...
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The black market.
Black market, yeah. Demons. Sam and Dean then meet Ajay, a reaper who can guide mortals into hell. Ajay warns it will be expensive and risky, but Sam insists.
That actor works a lot.
Does he?
He looked familiar to me.
He was good.
Yeah, nice job.
He recognizes the Winchesters from past encounters. I love that everyone knows the Winchesters too.
I know they're famous in the underworld.
Yeah.
Not in the overworld. Like they go into bars and restaurants, nobody knows who they are. But anything that involves like Satanism, they're like, hey, Sam and Dean.
You'd think that every state patrol in every state would know these guys.
I feel like this is a show that could only exist before the internet.
Yeah.
The smartphones.
So he recognizes them because he's the one who took Bobby Singer to hell. You heard it right.
That was a surprise, right?
Yeah. So they learn that rescuing Bobby fulfills the trial, though Sam must go alone while Dean waits. Okay.
Why must Sam go alone while Dean waits? Why did we decide that?
Because Sam's like, I'm the one who has to go. I'm the one who started.
Oh, the tasks. Yeah.
So along those lines, my question is, so rescuing Bobby is one of the trials?
I don't know. I thought maybe because he had that glowing forearm or something, it empowered him to do something. I wasn't really clear on that.
So rescuing Bobby fulfills the trial, which says they must rescue an innocent soul.
Okay.
Deliver it to heaven. Got it. Okay, so the other thing is, this is a thing just as an aside, people always ask us, Rob and Rich, they say, what surprises you about Supernatural now that you're watching it? And I always say how much the guys actually do die and go to heaven and hell.
Yeah.
But also, it also surprises me that Bobby Singer is dead and stays dead.
Right. After all the times Dean dies and Sam dies and comes back, Bobby is dead.
Yeah.
Really weird.
I didn't know that. So Sam and Ajay enter purgatory via a hidden door. That's right. They're in purgatory. So now Sam
this is what I want to talk about. First of all, I thought the whole graffitied set was awesome. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool. And the way that they went into purgatory.
Yeah, I thought that whole effect was cool. The only thing that I didn't love, and it's so minor, but it did make me laugh. And I feel like it's just somehow editing and effects didn't quite snap it together, is in purgatory, when they land in purgatory, the effect is taking place. And then Jared kind of does like he landed, but like a beat too late.
Yeah.
And it's like,
right. Totally.
And it's like they should have edited like on the body, but instead they're standing perfectly, and he's like,
yeah, and action.
I kind of laughed, and the other guy like wasn't quite synced with it. Like,
yeah,
kind of made me laugh. And you just heard like, "Can we do a second one?" And Jared goes, "No."
Yeah, totally. So there they are in purgatory. We're back in purgatory. Sam must continue alone, follow a stream to reach the portal to hell.
Really crappy directions, man. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
If I land in purgatory and this dude goes, go past that clump of weeds, take a ride at the rock, you'll see a frog. You'll take 3 hops.
Yeah.
Go with the frog and then hang a Louis and just kind of meander down to a tree that looks like it's got a branch on it. Like, what? What are you saying?
Also, you will be attacked by
you'll be attacked. And also,
people.
Meet me back here. Oh, back here. The whole area with the dead leaves and the tree, like every other part of this area.
Yeah.
Like impossible directions.
Well, Dean returns to the boat and comforts Kevin, who's terrified that Crowley will find him. Crowley, meanwhile, confronts Ajay later and kills him after getting details of working with Sam. What a jerk, huh?
Yeah, he shows up right there and just gives him the old, how's your father?
Oh, man. Meanwhile, in purgatory, Sam fights monsters and locates the portal to hell, navigating passageways filled with tortured souls. So he's down in hell now.
Now, is that the first time we've been to hell?
We saw clips of Dean in hell, but we didn't really see.
And we've seen Jared falling, backwards in a pit. But
yeah, we saw that kind of thing, but we didn't take a walk through hell.
We didn't meander through hell.
Well, I thought it was really interesting and trippy. It's just the crazy people in hell.
I thought it was cool, man. And just sort of the way their makeup, they're like, oh, I've been waiting on you. Yeah. And that one girl, like, I've been praying all the time.
Yeah.
I've been praying all the time.
I know. Yeah.
I've been praying all the time. Like, really creepy.
And she was very, very pretty and well put together for being in hell.
I knew you'd say that. I knew.
Well, I'm just saying, like, she had a makeup on.
I was thinking about her tortured soul, but what was she wearing, Rob? Jesus.
A nice little purple number. What did you think of that hell as compared to the hell that you shot in Ruth's show?
This was pretty cool, dude. Obviously they needed less room here.
Right.
In the other hell that we see and coming down the road, we have giant fights and a throne and all this other stuff.
Right.
This one, I thought, just based on how I watched it, it was really dark.
Yeah, I liked it.
That was cool. You saw less and shadowy. And
the thing that bumped for me is a 60-minute TV show is that, boy, he finds Bobby pretty easily.
Oh, boy. Doesn't he?
Of all the people in hell, it's the whole world.
It's
Bobby's right there.
It reminds me of the movie The Jerk. At the end of The Jerk, when his brothers find him, and they're like, "How did you find me?" And brother goes, "I don't know. This is the first place we looked." I mean, it felt like that,
Yeah. So Sam's there. He's in hell, and he finds Bobby trapped in a cage. After proving his identity with some memories, Sam frees him, and they make their way to purgatory.
The memories are funny, too. Britney Spears and a pedicure or something like that.
Yeah.
You got a pedicure at Mall of America? Like some really funny stuff.
And apparently hell keeps sending Bobby people that pretending to be Sam and Dean.
And I thought Jim Beaver was on point, man. Like, as soon as he walked in, I thought Jim was like, He looked cool.
Yeah.
He had a real cranky, like, beleaguered energy going on. I thought it was awesome.
I miss Bobby, man. I miss him. And I just...
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, we burned your bones, so we can't bring you back. Like, why did you do that?
Yeah, I got to say, there's so much about this that I'm like, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
I know that Supernatural is perfect and everybody's a super fan, but taking Bobby out permanently was not smart.
Agreed.
Especially when literally everybody and their brother pops back from the grave if they're number 1 or number 2 on the call sheet. Like, they gotta bring Bobby back.
Everybody loves Bobby. Well, Sam and Bobby fight demons while exiting hell into purgatory. Dean recruits Benny to help Sam and Bobby out of purgatory.
And by the way, just to tout Jim Beaver, it's not just Bobby. Jim's not replaceable. Like, Jim brought an energy,
absolutely,
the grandpa, dad, paternal energy to those boys that I thought was a real asset.
I agree, and it's great to have him back for this episode. I wish it was more.
So good.
With Ajay dead, they don't know the way out. So Ajay's dead. They don't know how to get out.
They don't know Ajay's dead. Only Dean does.
Dean does, right? Right. So, but Dean recruits Benny.
By the way, didn't you know immediately when we were in purgatory that somehow Benny was going to show up?
Benny's going to come back, yeah. Because that was how the whole season started, so we got to get back there. Bobby expresses frustration that Sam risked his brother's safety to save him. Together, the trio reaches the portal, and Sam successfully transfers Bobby. Okay, so now...
Well, wait, we skipped a big thing. What do you think about the big scene with Dean and Benny, with Dean going, man, I need a favor.
Yeah.
Dean, I'd do anything for you.
Yeah. It was emotional.
Were you emotional?
Yeah.
What?
Were you?
I don't know, man. I kind of feel like the Benny-Dean relationship is a little bit forced on us. I mean, I think it's fine. But I know that they have this sort of brothers in arms thing, but I personally don't get sucked into it as much.
No, man. No, me neither. But I think it would have helped if, like, somewhere between in the last 6 or 7 episodes, we'd had a little
more Benny.
Yeah, see him failing in life and not.
Yeah, I would like to have seen. And look, I'm going to be very anal here. It'd be nice for Benny to show up not wearing the same effing hat. Like, he now has lived on planet Earth,
right,
and is assimilated.
Yeah, maybe he's working like at an Amazon boxing center or something.
Right. Well, the cool episode of Benny was when we saw him working in a diner. Right.
Right. Exactly.
And he's like a short order cook.
Yeah.
And you felt like, so why did he revert back to, like, he had moved beyond the 1940s sailor suit?
Yeah.
I felt like it was a weird return.
Yeah. Agreed.
Of the clothing and stuff.
Yeah. Well, so he goes, so Dean cuts his head off and he goes back to purgatory.
I kept thinking, like, I would want to turn around. Like, if Rob was like, hey, Rich, I got to cut your head off. I'm like, all right, you know what? Yeah. I'm not going to look
at you,
Robbie. I'm going to. Yeah. Also, I know you'd be real shaky with the blade. That wouldn't fill me with confidence.
Yeah, totally.
But I would want to look the other direction.
I'm telling you now, it's going to take more than one swipe.
Couple of hacks. Yeah. I'm going to sit down for this one, Robbie, and face the other direction. And I'm going to start a book. Get a couple pages in.
So Benny finds him, and then he takes him to the portal, and Sam successfully transfers Bobby's soul to his own arm to restore him. But Benny chooses to remain behind fighting other vampires, allowing Sam and Bobby to continue.
I think you just said something really, really smart, and I want people to note that I said that. But you're right. One of the things that was missing here is Benny just saying, oh, man, life's been a real S show for me.
Yeah.
Whereas it would have been cool if we'd seen life being an S show for him.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we knew, because I had a hard time accepting the fact that he would rather be in purgatory.
Right.
Than on planet Earth. Like, how bad was it on Earth that purgatory?
Right. Like, maybe we have an episode where he reverts. And he kills a human because he's hungry. He's a vampire. You know what I mean? He's like,
right. We see him be the worst. Because I will say, he could have gone back with Sam. He just opted not to. It wasn't like he's like, oh, Sam, that big forearm of yours can only hold one soul or something.
Which is not. I don't think that's, Because he's like, Sam's like, hey, you next. And again, this is one of those episodes where they cut their arm as if it's just no big deal.
Oh, my God.
If you've cut your arm with a knife, right, and oh, man, that would hurt so bad.
I get a paper cut and I'm out for a week.
Oh, man. So Dean beats Sam in the forest in Maine where they release Bobby's soul. But Crowley shows up because he's a jerk face and attempts to reclaim Bobby's soul, but it's blocked by Naomi.
Dude, I love this Naomi show up because Naomi, so far, we've just got Naomi in the white room telling Cass to step and fetch it.
Yeah.
So nice to see her show up and use some of her power and like show that she's not just a clerk. You know, she's out there.
Yeah, she wants to prove to Sam and Dean that she can be trusted.
Yeah, man, and she's got some power.
Yeah, because they're on the same side of the aisle here.
I like that Amanda Tapping. She's good.
She's great. So she lets Bobby ascend to heaven and gains Dean's trust. Sam completes the trial, his hand glowing with pain, but he says it's done. Back at the house, Kevin continues to hear Crowley and experiences a terrifying supernatural assault. Glass shatters, and Crowley reveals he located Kevin by killing his mother. Kevin screams as the episode ends, leaving his fate uncertain.
Oh, man. We could have bummer about the mom, huh?
Yeah. Is that true?
I don't know. Crowley's real unlikable in this episode. You know, Crowley is sometimes like a charming curmudgeon, but not in this one. He's just a big turd.
Yeah, all season he's been a turd.
Yeah.
He's been a real turd all season. Meanwhile, what a cavalcade of guest stars in this episode.
Absolutely cornucopia of talent, of favorites. No Garth, but everybody else.
You got your Beaver, you got Shepard, you got
the Kevin,
the Chowmeister,
you got Naomi, you got Tapping,
Amanda Tapping, Asif Cohen, who's the Ajay, who you said you recognized. And did we say the Beeve?
I mean, the Beeve, dude.
We did. We said Beeve. All right, let's do it.
R. Rob and Rich. Ratings. Okay.
Richard?
I enjoyed it. I'm going to give this one. I knew it when I watched it. I knew what I was going to give this episode. I'm giving this episode a Bobby in Hell beard. He's got a great looking beard down there. It's thick. It's full. Probably got dirt and grime in it because it's hell, but it gives it like a heft. So I'm going to go Bobby in Hell, the Bobby in Hell beard for this episode.
Wow. Very good.
Yeah, because it's a solid episode. It's solid through and through, and plus, it's just great to have Bobby back.
Yeah, it is really good to have Bobby back. That's really funny. I'm gonna give it.
Bobby's gonna give it.
Google Hellbeard if you get a sec. Man, I'll give it the Jon Snow.
Oh, great call.
Yeah,
great call.
That just came from my mind. That didn't come from Google.
Yeah, great call, Jon Snow. Because who doesn't love Jon Snow? Who played Jon Snow?
Kit Harington.
Kit Harington. Kit. Yeah. He gets the kit.
Yeah. It's a solid beard, great actor, and yeah, I liked it a lot. And I'm ready for the so this is episode 19.
This is episode 19, 819.
So we're really gearing up for the final run.
We're gearing up, man. And I would say I really enjoyed this episode. Guy B did a nice job.
He did a great job.
Great performances, but I feel like Guy really there's a lot of moving parts here.
Yeah.
And the things that needed to feel heavy and have some weight and not get glossed over, great.
Continuity question. When Crowley comes and finally gets Kevin at the end, the windows break. But when they come in to see where Kevin is, to know when the windows aren't broken, is that because...
Wait, can you say that again?
Crowley breaks Kevin's windows to get into the boat.
Right.
And then when the boys come to rescue him, the windows are back together.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good catch. I didn't.
Let's ask Guy B. Friend of the podcast, Guy Norman B. returns to the podcast, and we've got a question for him. Guy directed 11 episodes of Supernatural. And did you know he was a camera operator on the James Cameron movie Titanic?
Wow. I did not know.
I did not know. Well, here's our conversation with the lovely Guy Norman B.
Well, let's get into this because another good one, man.
Yeah.
I have much to discuss with you. So
okay, good.
I'm going to go right into this. I want to talk specifically about your interpretation of hell because I think it's one of the strongest parts of the whole episode. And we had this sort of pregame conversation, Rob and Steve and I, about when Supernatural has been to hell previous to this. And there was a sequence where Misha is in a long line and they make a joke about that. There's the scene where Jared kind of falls back into hell. We see Jensen tied up in hell, but we haven't had a stroll through the corridor.
The hallways of hell.
So let's talk about that in terms of from concept to execution, because it's really cool. And it's really well done. So how involved were you with Jerry in conceiving of this version?
I can't remember exactly, but I know that I think this episode was particularly light on building sets because we did so much like on location that we had a good budget. And Jerry's like, I want to do this right. I think there was a lot of discussions maybe with Bob Singer and Phil at the mothership about, what do you guys sort of see in the future, for the future of hell, and him finding Bobby there. And so they built that whole set, unbelievable. I mean, because you would think you would build a set that big and that expensive to do the whole episode.
Yeah.
But we're only in it for, we maybe shot there a day, maybe a day and a half, a day and a quarter.
I think maybe that's what I was struck by, as how detailed and cool it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Then the idea of having like all these souls that were like, you're set there for eternity and you can't get out.
Yeah.
And
reminded me of Jacob's Ladder, the movie Jacob's Ladder a little bit.
Yeah.
And to that point, the actors in those moments, which were brief, were great.
Yeah.
And the makeup was great. And the lighting was great. I mean, it felt like there was a lot of thought and energy put into pulling this off.
Yeah. I mean, most of those actors just came in and auditioned really quickly. And I'm a big fan of faces. And so we got the most, like the people that could do the lines, obviously. I mean, they weren't the most experienced actors in the world, but we were very meticulous and particular about who we put in the certain scenarios. And I remember them all being great and all delivering and being very happy to be there because the show was happening and hot, and local Vancouver actors dying to get on the show. So everybody was in a good mood. Relative to where they were being shackled.
Yeah.
But it was an incredible set. I mean, it was like almost like a raised walkway. So they even spent money on that. So not only do you have all the walls and the corridors and everything and painted and textured and lit and all that, but there was actually like a raised platform to walk on, I think, as well. Yeah, well, Jerry Wanick and the art department is as good as you'll ever get anywhere.
And the lighting was uniquely dark because the show has gotten lighter over the years. But I felt like Sayers really leaned into the hell of it all. I mean, it had a really contrasty.
Well, especially compared to you got Purgatory, which has its own look, right? That sort of gray,
right?
Tonal gray,
and you feel like that's done with like a LUT, right? You feel like that's a filter, but this is lighting.
I can't remember exactly if we dialed that into the camera, and that was like the quote unquote Purgatory LUT, which lookup table is what that stands for. Okay. We went digital. You're able to dial that into the side, literally to the side of the camera. You punch in a code for, you test out different looks like we did with Frontierland, got the sepia look.
Right.
They had the Purgatory look, which just got plugged in. And there's like some like hint of green, hint of like brown, kind of earthy tones, but essentially black and white, or whether that was done in post. Either way, I mean, it's easier to do. I mean, most cameramen like to do it as a LUT because they have control over it.
Right.
So somebody down in an office that never set foot on our set or isn't necessarily, a visual expert like the cameraman is, for them to have control of that in post is like strikes fear in the heart of most cameramen and directors for that.
Right. Too much freedom.
Yeah. Well, you just don't want somebody else in control of a look that has your name on it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if a review of that episode comes out and they go, yeah, we liked everything except for, insert cameraman's name here, did a crappy job on it. And it's like, wait, that was post. I had nothing to do.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Cameraman has control of it when you're dialing it to the side of the Airflex Alexa camera.
And people won't be able to tell this because they're listening to our podcast, but in the middle of this whole comment about the importance of the cameraman's perspective, Guy B's computer was doing a slow zoom in on Guy B. It was doing like a camera move.
It does.
Like,
I know.
Wow, this is.
I want to sit close.
Dramatic.
I want the audio to be good, but man, it's like once you get over 50, it's like not. Anyway, that's what you
look
to
great.
deal with.
Just hold that thought. We're coming right back.
Hey, it's Rich Spate, and I don't know about you, but I like keeping my money where I can see it. Unfortunately, traditional big wireless carriers also seem to like keeping my money. So, after years of overpaying for wireless, I finally got fed up with crazy high wireless bills, bogus fees, and free perks that actually cost more in the long run and switched to Mint Mobile. You could be saving a ton with Mint Mobile. Why? Because you're not overpaying. Pay for what you need. pay for what you want. And Mint Mobile does all of it seamlessly. Stop overpaying for wireless just because that's how it's always been. Can you hear the air quotes? Because I'm really trying to sell them. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. $15 a month? That's definitely less than a smoothie at Erewhon. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. What's up, G? Bring your own phone and your own number, activate with eSIM in minutes, and start saving immediately. No long-term contracts, no hassle. It's time for you to ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. The Spade House uses Mint Mobile. Why? Because we don't like throwing money around like it's confetti. That's not how we roll. Crazy phone bills can break the bank. Mint puts the kibosh on the crazy. There's no crazy phone bills because you're not paying for stuff you don't need. You get the data you need. You get the great connection. You get a phone that is your own phone with your own contacts in it and your own phone number. So you don't have to do anything squirrely just to get on Mint Mobile. Nah, just go to their website and sign up. It's that easy. And the quality is fantastic. No drop calls. I never drop a call unless I drop my phone, in which case I'm dropping a call physically, not audibly. So that's not Mint's fault. That's on me. So if you like your money, like I like my money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/SPN10. That's mintmobile.com/SPN10. You're welcome. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Hey guys, it's Rob. Did you know there's an online cannabis company that ships federally legal THC right to your door? And they found a way to combine THC with carefully selected functional ingredients to create gummies, baked goods, and flour for whatever type of feeling you'd like to achieve. And I'm talking about mood.com. They have an incredible line of cannabis gummies, and you can get 20% off your first order at mood.com with promo code THEN&NOW. So forget one-size-fits-all supplements that only get you high. Mood's functional gummies are optimized to really start to work for you in as little as 15 minutes. And they take you to the mood you're looking for. They've got Mind Magic gummies, which are, focus you on your work and enhance creativity. That's a space I really like to work in. I like to feel creative and productive. But they've got moods for everybody. If you feel like just taking a nap, they've got that. Beyond gummies, they've also got flour. They've got pre-rolls, bakery treats, and beverages. And everything ships discreetly right to your door. No dispensary lines, no awkward conversations. Just better days and nights delivered to your doorstep. Best of all, not only is every Mood product backed by a 100-day satisfaction guarantee, but as I mentioned, listeners get 20% off their first order with code THEN&NOW. So head to mood.com, find the functional gummy that matches exactly what you're looking for, and let Mood help you discover your perfect mood. And don't forget to use promo code THEN&NOW when you check out to save 20% on your first order. Try it today at mood.com.
And we're back.
So everything in this health thing is so great. I mean, the Bobby reveal is great. I have a question about that. How when you're looking at the script and you see, Beaver's coming back, that has to be cool.
Once I started realizing that not only was I going to get Jim Beaver to work with again, one of my favorite people, but Ty Olson, who I adore. Amanda Tapping was somebody that I knew of.
Amazing.
And I was excited, wow, cool. I get to meet Amanda. And real quick, Amanda pulled up in a Tesla. And this was March of 13. This was exactly 13.
Oh my God.
She pulled up in a Tesla and I hadn't seen many out on the road. And I said, Amanda, how's your car? I'm thinking about getting one. She hands me the keys. It was lunchtime. So I ripped around Burnaby a few times and I came back and I think I got home from that episode and ordered one. So I got my Tesla like April or May.
That's so funny. Wow.
Yes. But I rewatched it a couple of nights ago and it actually really fun, kind of nice little, I was happy with it. I get a kick out of it now because I see some scenes and I'm like, I don't even remember shooting that.
Huh.
And I think I think there's 2 scenes that Bob Singer did for me because of actor availability. I think Mark Shepard wasn't available or something, or
I agree.
there was some reason. There's one in like a mansion with a fire going, and Mark's talking to.
Oh yeah, to like an assist the temp.
Yeah, I don't remember doing that. I think Bob did that, and then also the scene where Mark kills the taxi driver.
Yeah.
By putting the shiv through the back of the seat. I don't remember doing that. I know I know that location because we did a lot of stuff
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that Watchmen set that kind of sits there, or did used to sit there abandoned after they shot the movie. We used to use it as a backlot all the time.
Wow. Yeah, we Rich commented that alleyway is really cool, and that effect.
Yeah, well, that graffiti. Funny you mentioned that. Jerry knew of a local graffiti artist who was really good. I mean, amazing. This guy's an artist. Sometimes he does things that are illegal, but we literally hired him and said, "Go crazy in this."
He did an amazing job.
Oh, cool!
And he delivered it. It became another character, you know. I mean, it was kind of fun.
Well, it's also as soon as you went back in there and they're standing there, I'm like, "Well, this is going to be awesome!" Like you knew something was going to happen with that painted area. Before we leave hell, I have one more question. And Rob, I meant to bring this up when we were talking about the story.
Uh-huh.
Oh, go to hell.
Go to hell.
Why did Jared take his watch off? Or why did Sam take his watch off and put it on the pedestal? I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I thought the same thing when I rewatched it. I can't remember. Obviously, at the time, there was an explanation that made more sense than what I'm thinking now. But the only thing I can think is like breadcrumbs, or not breadcrumbs.
Yeah, marker.
So I can feel around, and I know this is the one way that I can go out. So
yeah,
I think the idea was that the hall had very similar columns and doorways.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I guess my thought was, hey, I'll put my very black watch in this pitch black top of a column. Right. This will guide the way. Seems flimsy.
Yeah, the only thing that made sense was that he put it over a particular passageway.
Yeah.
And so he could feel around and go, okay, this is definitely the one I was in. And but I thought the same thing. And I don't know, it's like one of those little details where if we cut it out, you would have never missed it.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is too, because the guy had said, AJ had said 24 hours. So I thought that I was thinking, oh, the alarm's going to go off. It's going to go beep, beep, beep. And you're like, oh, we got to go. I mean, I thought it was going to be something about a ticking clock.
No, and it never paid off really. I guess he does get it back when he pulls Jim out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He puts the watch back on.
Yeah.
The effects in this episode are cool too. I like the idea that when Sam is standing in purgatory and he just gets sucked into hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea that you don't walk into the portal sucks you in, you know?
Yeah. We just kind of built like this tree. We found a couple trees that were close to each other and like built the hole, for lack of a better term.
Right.
And also the thing that takes them back to Earth. It was another thing that we kind of built. Whatever, plywood, lumber, and then covered it with all the greenery to make it look organic.
Was the boat set, because we'd been there before this season, was that pre-made? Do you remember?
Yeah, that was on stage.
And that was already standing. Like he was there a few episodes ago. Does that stay there? Stay built?
Yeah, I think when they get a script and Jerry builds a set, before he starts spending the money. And that's what was perplexing to me about why we spent all that money on Hell. I'm glad we did.
Right.
But I think he says to the writing room, is this something we're going to revisit? How wild do you want me to make these walls? You want everything to blow out so we can get the camera absolutely everywhere, or are we only going to use it for this episode?
And I want to specify just while you're on that, so we can clarify a point for the listeners. When Guy B is saying how wild do you want to make the walls, he doesn't mean crazy. He means which walls are removable.
Yeah.
Because we have to be able to pull out a wall to get a camera unit in there, a dolly or actors or whatever. So when you're walking through a set, Guy B, the director, would go, that wall needs to be wild. That means that I need to be able to remove that wall.
Got it.
Just so people at home.
And removable and put backable quickly.
Right.
Without it being like a half-hour spackle job.
Right.
They design, whatever pieces of furring or whatever so when you put it back, it looks like it can come in and out quick.
Yeah.
Typically, like if we know we're going to start there on a Tuesday morning, Monday evening, they'll come to me and go, hey, which wall do you want out first? Which way do you want to look first? And I'll say, well, let's pull this one and then we'll get all this coverage here. And then I may not even need to go get the reverse. And if we do, that'll be the last shot we do.
Right.
And so informs the cameraman. Serge goes, okay, well then good. I know I'm going to put all my lighting on that side.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it on the flat side of the lighting.
Yeah.
So and that can happen the day before. It can happen the morning of. But
right.
You get there and not have to sit and wait on the set dressers to pull. And
right. Well, that set in particular, that boat set seems pretty tight.
It was.
Like you definitely needed removable walls for that.
Yeah. It was. I don't remember it being too difficult to shoot in. We had the false floor that we needed for the last shot of the teaser, where Osric's and Osric is another cast member who I adore.
Sure.
Sweetest.
Oh yeah.
And we knew we wanted to do the old the Dorf on golf kind of thing, where he's it looks like he's been amputated, or his leg's been amputated, but obviously false floor, the Houdini of it all.
Right. Oh, that's how you did that.
I like the fact that in this gruesome dream sequence where he's lost his arms and legs, you're like, yeah, we're going to do the old Dorf on golf.
I mean, that might be a really bad reference that only 10% of the people will get, but the people that will get like you, Richard, they'll get it and they'll laugh about it.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, it's the second episode in a row that we've mentioned Tim Conway.
That's
so
true.
Clearly we're playing to an older demographic, at least in our brains.
Genius. Legend. Go on YouTube and look at some Carol Burnett sketches.
Oh man, genius.
Harvey Korman and Tim Conway, if you really want to.
There's Harvey.
Yeah.
That's 2 episodes in a row that we mentioned Harvey Korman.
Yeah.
Shout out to the legend.
But in that the boat, so that was a pretty wild sequence. Osric getting the limbs amputated.
Now, in this case, Rob does not mean walls that are removable. Rob actually means wild, crazy. But Rob, you had a question about the windows.
I did it, and so in the last sequence, Osric's in there, Kevin's in there, and Crowley gets to him. He breaks the windows shatter, and then Crowley's there.
Yeah.
And then when the boys come in at the end and notice that Osric's gone, the windows are back. Was that on purpose?
I think it's one of those things that they call it, whistling past the graveyard or a way homer. Like nobody's going to even question it until they're on their way home from the movie theater.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that magical thinking that if he's going to clean up and pull out of there, bug out, that everything will get cleaned up magically.
Right. So it doesn't look like there's been a break-in.
Yeah, and the whole point, and it works, because I remember realizing it when I saw it the other night, is that they realize that it's not lived in anymore. Not the cleaning, or everything's kind of clean. The kitchen is, there's no more of the food.
Right. It's emptied out.
Yeah, so that was the whole idea.
So it was conscious.
Yeah, I think, but the idea is that not so much to fool the boys that Crowley wasn't there and Crowley didn't take him, or for them to say, oh, he definitely took him. It was just to kind of keep it neutral, I think.
Yeah.
And, it is kind of a whistle past the graveyard kind of moment, where the takeaway from that scene is that, he's gone now. Now he's in the wind again. And now we got to find him.
Yeah, it was really well done. I really loved the whole episode.
Yeah, I think we like this episode more than you do. But you know where it started and where it ended up. We're just seeing the finished product. But yeah. Rob and I thought the reveal of Jim Beaver, I thought the story reveal of Jim going to hell was really cool. I thought seeing Jim again and how that was written with Sam having to prove himself was great. And I thought Beaver did a great job.
Right.
Tapping, showing her muscle at the end of the episode against Crowley was really cool.
Yeah.
You did a really good job of that, man. There's a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah. I mean, looking back, there was some cool, there was also when they first meet the taxi driver, Asif Cohen, who became a pretty good friend, who still keep in touch via Instagram, really cool actor, good guy.
Yeah.
Who played AJ. When they take off or when they leave, we push in on this mysterious older gentleman, kind of a street urchin.
Yeah.
And we do another push in on him later.
Yeah.
Kind of didn't pay off, but I mean, looking in hindsight, I think that was how people were getting information.
That's what I know. My understanding was he was the one who told Crowley.
Yeah, he was Crowley's snitch. Yeah, I mean, and I guess that's the better way to do it as storytellers. You don't want to be too on the nose. We use that term a lot.
Right.
It's on the nose, or we're putting a hat on a hat. If somebody goes, "Hey, are you Crowley's snitch?" Yeah, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Unnecessary exposition. Yeah. So, in other words, we don't insult our audience. We know our audience is going to go, that's
right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that was the back lot. And there's a great shot where the car pulls up for the first time, wet streets, and it's like kind of hustle and bustle. You see the big city in the background. 80% of that is CGI, and it's so well done. I mean, it fooled me because I know that's like a flat lot in Burnaby. There's no city in the background, and
Right.
We embellished it pretty well in post. I mean, that's how good those guys were and are.
Wow.
And even 13 years ago, the technology wasn't as good as it is now, and it's incredible how good. I remember a funny story about that is like they'd go, okay, let's bring the Impala back to one, and it was all wet down. And so Jensen goes, I'll bring it back to one. They're like, you sure? He goes, yeah. And of course, he took a perfect opportunity to do a nice donut at the end of the street.
Of course.
Because when you can. It's a control, of course. It's a controlled place, and we knew or Jensen knew that nobody would be in harm's way when he did it. So that was fun.
That's great. Do you know, I mean, you may not know this, but do you know if the budget for this episode was larger than usual? Because like with all those guest stars.
In the back lot.
So you're flying all those actors up to Vancouver. They didn't do that in later years.
Hell.
Yeah, I mean, Asif came up, and Jim, of course. I mean, Amanda, Ty, I think at the time was all local.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Amanda, Ty, and Osric were all Canadian.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah, they're all local.
Are they? They're all, okay. Shepard.
Yeah, and a lot of times they piggyback at where Mark, and that might be the reason why I didn't have Mark for 2 scenes that Bob did for me was, I'm not sure what the next episode is after Taxi Driver, but Bob may be prepping and directing the next one, and they're going to use Mark and or Jim in the next episode. So you kind of spread out the cost over 2 episodes, but when they do that.
I see.
But so, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think it was if anything, it was a little more we're on locations, but I don't think they were expensive locations. I mean, the paintball facility we shot at all the time, which is Purgatory, and then the end scene where Amanda throws the boys up against the trees.
That's the paintball facility.
Panther Paintball, it was called.
Panther. It's so funny because not years later, but I did an episode of iZombie, and in my script, there's a paintball scene and it takes place at a paintball place where a guy gets shot by a real gun at a paintball facility. So in prep, like day one, I go, so we're gonna go out to Panther, right? They're like, what's Panther? And I look at the locations, people, I go, Panther Paintball, White Rock on the border. I don't know about, and they looked it up and they go, yeah, we're gonna go location scout that place you talked about. I go, it's great. Supernatural loves that place.
Yeah, we shot there all the time.
What is it about it that works?
It looks like that, and it's
tall ceilings.
Completely, it looks like forest, like forever, and like nothing around.
Oh.
But it's a privately owned. These guys own it, and on the weekends they do paintball. Like Boy Scout teams or whatever go out there and paintball. There's some structure.
Is it outdoors?
Oh yeah, it's this huge. It's what you're seeing. It's the woods.
It's acres.
Wow.
It's just acres and acres of woods and mud and
how fun.
Leaves and trees, and occasionally they'll build a cabin there, and
You green a lot of the cabins out because you need places to hide when you're doing paintball. So they have like these little wooden structures and lean-tos, and we green them out so it looked like forest. But I think there was other episodes that I did shot out there where the guys are hunting and they see like the New Jersey Devil or whatever is abducting people and putting them up in trees.
Yeah.
So that was out there, and when they go back to the island with Benny and in Blood Brother, we shot out there for like just generic forest.
Wow.
But you have complete control, no, and it's super quiet, so there's no sound issues. And you're not near any freeways or anything. It's a hike. It's a little bit of a hike because you're almost to the border of the USA.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so Panther Paintball. Yeah, so that was one of the locations. The Watchmen set was like so decrepit and falling apart. But we would pimp it out. Jerry's team would go in there like we did with Border Town on Frontierland.
Uh-huh.
They got so amazing. They can kind of revamp and retrofit and make it gorgeous. So that was another location. We definitely spent money on that hell hallway for a day, maybe day and a quarter's worth of work.
Yeah, right. But it was wild, and the people, like you said, the people that that you see in hell. That one guy's got like hooks in his eyes or something. It's terrifying. Yeah, truly.
And that's like what the fun stuff in prep is like. Because I don't think it was described 100% what each person looked like, but in prep. You talk to like Toby Landala or his crew, the special effects makeup people, and you kind of go, have fun.
Yeah.
What haven't you done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun because we're just going to get a shot and sort of in passing, Jared, Sam's straight POV and, enjoy. And then the Jim Beaver reveal, I think it was kind of a nod to Blair Witch where, the kid is in the corner with his back to you, and you never know what you're going to see when he turns around.
Right.
And I thought it could be fun instead of doing a jump scare, which would be sort of like you would think that's what we would normally do.
Right.
Just have him slowly turn around, and it's
him.
It's Bobby, but it's something's different. And of course, he punches him right in the face for I think that was an act out.
Yeah.
It was so well done.
Yeah.
I loved that reveal.
Yeah. It was a great reveal. And the whole time you're like, well, this isn't Bobby, but it is Bobby.
Turned out.
Yeah, I think that was the whole idea, is a little misdirect and not do like a jump scare.
And then you got that moment where they're leaving hell and they're two Sams. You don't know which one's the real
Yes.
Sam.
Yeah.
That's a cool moment.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, that takes time to shoot that stuff. So, because we probably dressed up Mike Carpenter with the Sam wig, to do the over him to Jim to the real Jared.
Right.
It's a little bit of, but again, the visual effects guys, you get a clean plate, you guys have done this before. And so it takes time, but once you get all the pieces, when they get in the editing room, it kind of cuts together really nicely. And
It also was cool the way Jim was like, he was like, oh, so you knew? He's like, sure.
Yeah. 50-50.
50-50.
which is a very Bobby Singer thing to say.
Totally.
It
Take a
is.
shot, kid.
Yeah, Rich and I were saying, man, one of the mistakes we feel like they did was killing Bobby. Like, it just you missed that character.
Yeah, because I mean, in any show that goes on for a while, cop show or anything, you need sort of. It was Huggy Bear and Starsky and Hutch, to go back to a reference that only 10% of the audience will get.
Yeah.
You need your expositional dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conveyor or somebody that the lead character can unload on and say,
Yeah, father figure or whatever,
Yeah,
right? Brother.
Yeah. And so Jim just fit that bill. I mean, or Bobby Singer fit that bill so well. And he always had a place to, his house was a good a home base for them if they needed it.
Yeah.
But who knows? I mean,
Hey, man, it is what it is.
things happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, great having you on, man. I love dissecting this one, especially because you had an interesting perspective on coming into something that maybe you weren't super excited about.
Yeah.
But the final product is great, man. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, but that's exactly it. I look back on it. I mean, that was 13 years ago. I was a different person then, I guess, in a lot of ways. I may have been between gigs. I was working a lot back then, and so who knows what my state of mind was. And I don't remember being like down on it and like, oh, look at that. I mean, I just remember going, all right, well, this isn't Frontierland. This isn't Asylum. This isn't
Right.
How to Influence Monsters or whatever. Some of the ones I really liked and enjoyed and had fun with. And I don't think Misha was in this one.
No.
I don't think.
No, he's not.
No, he was not.
Yeah, which he's always a good guy to hang with, as you guys know.
Yeah.
But I look at it now and I'm like, well, what was it? It was good. And again, even at the time, I don't think I was like poo-pooing the script at all. I mean, I think it was as solid a script as I had ever gotten. But yeah, I mean, the luxury of time, you don't obsess on things you did 13 years ago. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's great having you. Well, I'm sure we'll see you again in the future episodes, but always a great conversation with you about your great work, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
Thank you.
Thanks. Well, look, as you guys know more than anybody in the world, the show was really a pleasure and an honor to go up and have fun with those guys. And I always joke around. I don't know how we ever got the work done because we laughed and enjoyed each other's company so much. And even on the weekends, we were like, well, where we meet for football? What are we doing?
Yeah. Totally.
So it's not, it was the Mutual Admiration Society and a true chemistry between the cast and crew. And to this day, I get texts out of the blue from, Robin and Matt Tishner will send me a picture of them with Anthony Edwards, who was up there doing a TV movie. They go, hey, we found your old buddy from, your old buddy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh,
yeah, that's
awesome. I go, look, 3 of my favorite people in the world in one shot.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome, man. That's what makes it special.
Well, I hope you'll come back and talk to us again.
Anytime. You know that.
Great, man.
Thank you, Guy. Appreciate it. Take care, bud.
This is Mark Shepard, and you're listening to Supernatural Then and Now. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a little hell to raise.
Yes, online shopping is quite literally at our fingertips, but that doesn't mean it's always simple to buy. Whether it's trying to remember one of a million different logins so you can actually place your order, or getting almost all the way through checkout before realizing your card is nowhere near you, there are many hiccups that can get between you and placing that order. Which is why it's such a relief when you see that purple pay button that has all of your information saved, making checkout as simple as a tap of your screen. That iconic purple Shop Pay button is why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet, meaning less carts going abandoned and more sales going to you. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Thrive Cosmetics, Gymshark, and Allbirds, to brands just getting started. And they're not just great at converting sales. If people haven't heard about your brand yet, Shopify can help you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And they have world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. Tackle all of those important tasks from one place, making your life easier and your business operations smoother. See less carts go abandoned and more sales go with Shopify and their Shop Pay button. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm.
Refreshing wild cherry cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
We're back. Thanks.
Always so great to have Guy on.
Great to have Guy. Guy's the best, man. And it was really funny. Like Guy's like, this script. But
Yeah.
Like I said, he knows backstory. Whatever he saw that bumped for him did not bump for us. It was the episode we really liked it.
Yeah.
And I think, you know how sometimes, Rob, you and I will do an interview and we'll go, wow, I think I like the episode more after the interview.
Sure.
Than I did before. I think Guy likes this episode more after we interviewed him.
Yeah, totally. Well, and I think he even said, he was like rewatching it, he thought it aged well.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. 100%. Rob.
Rich.
I think it's time. I think it's time to move on. I think it's time to go to a segment that we call Mythology.
So Sam's journey through the afterlife to rescue a soul or souls mirrors several similar heroes in myths across cultures. The journey into the afterlife is a powerful archetype representing transformation. More on that. Here's our podcast's own Richard Spade Jr.
Hey, Robbie, thanks for turning the mic over to me because, nobody knows more about the journey to the afterlife than this guy. Greek mythology. Let's start there. Hercules' final trial. As the final labor assigned to King Eurystheus, Hercules must travel into the underworld and bring back the three-headed guard dog, Cerberus. Man, I'll tell you what, if you're a Greek in that era and you have a lisp, your life is hell. I just want to say right now.
Yeah.
It is S and S and S everywhere. Good Lord. I am no diction instructor, and this is challenging for me. This feat, the bringing back of the three-headed dog, Cerberus, proves his strength and courage as few living beings ever enter and return from the realm of Hades.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. You might know this, Rob, because you're a big fan of medieval European literature. The Divine Comedy. You know what I'm talking about?
I am.
In Divine Comedy, the poet Dante Alighieri,
or just Dante, as he's known.
Exactly. Dante journeys through hell, purgatory, and heaven, guided first by Virgil and then later by Beatrice. Dante's voyage is both a spiritual quest and a metaphorical rescue of his own soul.
It's interesting that he's first guided by the band that you used to be friends with.
Yeah. And then by Beatrice, who just sounds hot. I don't know her. But the name Beatrice, you know what I mean?
No, she does sound hot. Okay, what about Japanese mythology?
Well, that's interesting that you bring that up. It's Japanese mythology, of course, but it's
Izanagi.
Really referred to as Izanagi. Izanagi is what we call Japanese mythology. And in Shinto mythology, the god Izanagi travels to the land of the dead, Yomi, to retrieve his deceased wife,
Izanami.
Right. When he lights a torch to see her, he discovers her decayed corpse and flees in horror while she and the spirits of Yomi pursue him in what they deem to be the happy fun boat that kills you.
Yeah. Wow, that's horrifying.
And you do wonder why Yomi pursues him in a boat, because then all he has to do is go on land and he's safe. But I don't know.
Right.
The boat does sound happy and fun, though. So
it does.
And then, Rob, of course, we move to Christian mythology.
Even Jesus did it.
Even if Jesus did it. Not what would Jesus do? EJDI. Even Jesus did it. In Christian theology, after his crucifixion, Jesus Christ, again, going with the last names, Jesus Christ descends to the realm of the dead and frees the righteous souls who lived before his time, rescuing figures like Adam and Eve. This event, known as the harrowing of hell, symbolizes victory over death. I had no idea about this, and I was raised in a Christian church. This is not something I knew about. So
very
interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, in modern pop culture, you could say Luke's visit to the Emperor's throne room and Vader's redemption is a journey into the underworld to redeem a soul. So,
sure.
For those who need something to cling to that's a little more modern, we'll go with the Star Wars mythology.
Yeah. When we started that sentence, I thought you were talking about the biblical Luke.
I did not know who Luke was at first myself. There
is a gospel according to Luke. I'm just saying.
But I was like, in modern pop culture, Luke. Who's Luke in modern pop culture?
And I was like, Luke, right. The Emperor's throne. I don't remember that Bible story.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
It was fun, but not nearly as fun as Fun Facts! Fun Facts! Fun Facts! You talking to Fun Facts?
The episode's title is not from the Loudon Swain song, Taxi Driver, but from the Martin Scorsese 1976 movie, Taxi Driver, starring Robert De Niro.
I'm sorry, Robert. Are you talking to me? I guess there's nobody else here, so you're talking to me.
There's nobody else here. You talking to me?
All right, just making sure. The Italian title is Un taxi per l'inferno. A taxi to hell.
You're so good with languages.
Thank you.
I'm going to try to stump you.
Okay.
What about Japan?
Oh, damn it. Dude, you and I should make a pledge to go on Duolingo or something so we can learn a little Japanese.
Yeah.
Because every week we have the translation written right there. We have the Japanese phrasing written right in front of us.
Yeah.
We dare not attempt it because we're going to just mutilate it. But I know that what Steve has put here, which, by the way, it's a beautiful language. It loosely translated means the happy fun boat that kills you, captained by Yomi.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Makes sense because of the mythology tie-in.
Yomi, to tie into Yomi. Yeah. As of this episode, both Sam and Dean have been to hell, heaven, and purgatory. Well, there you go.
The Reaper's cab door reads KC's Sunshine Cab Co., representing both KC and the Sunshine Band and the Sunshine Cab Company from the TV series Taxi. I did not know the Sunshine Cab Company was the name of the taxi
company on the show Taxi.
No, I feel like I should redo that whole fun fact as Jim. The Reaper's Cab, Alex.
Well, this is fun. It is approximately 1,680 miles and a 26-hour drive from where Dean killed Benny in Kansas City to the 100-mile wilderness in Maine where Sam and Bobby reemerged from purgatory.
In a car that gets 8 miles to the gallon for anybody.
Yeah. And also furthering the question, where do Sam and Dean get their money?
Credit cards, but I guess credit card fraud detection is at an all-time low in this period of America.
Well, like I'm saying, like every state, these guys have to be wanted.
You gotta just let it happen, right?
For impersonating FBI agents, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, man. I mean, but look, this kind of show, they set it up in the pilot and then they remind you in a couple episodes with the fake IDs and a credit card down. And then your imagination just goes, right?
Sure,
we're just letting it go.
Yeah, you let it go. And certainly this 26-hour drive, nobody cares about that.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. But you know what we do care about? Great episode.
Yeah.
Kit Harington and Jim Beaver representing the facial hair victories of this episode.
That's right.
Proud of it. I'm proud of this episode.
Proud of it. Me too. Proud of us.
Proud of you. Proud of you being called sexy.
Yeah.
Bummer there won't be any shirts commemorating it, but whatever.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
We tried. All right, everyone. We'll see. Get ready for the end of season 8. It's
4 more to go.
all right. This episode of Supernatural features Jared Padalecki as Sim Winchester and Jensen Ackles as Dean Winchester.
Guest stars include Mark Shepard, Osric Chow, Ty Olson, Amanda Tapping, Asaf Cohen, and Jim Beaver.
Taxi Driver was written by Eugenie Ross Lemming and Brad Buckner and directed by Guy Norman B.
Editing by Don Cook, music by Christopher Leonards.
The lead set dresser was Perry Batista. Perry!
Yay, Perry. Executive produced by Robert Singer and Jeremy Carver.
Supernatural was created by Eric Kripke.
The original episode aired on April 3rd, 2013.
This episode of Supernatural Then and Now was hosted and executive produced by Richard Speight Jr. and Rob Benedict.
Produced by Stephen Hine, written by Stephen Hine and Haida Hulsher.
And edited and associate produced by Trey Booty.
Are you talking to Booty?
Music provided by Tim Wynn.
The episode was recorded with the help of Sonic Fuel Studios.
This podcast is from Story Mill Media.
Follow the podcast on Instagram and YouTube at SPN Then and Now.
And become a member of the podcast. Get early access, chat rooms with other podcast fans, and video interviews at patreon.com/SPN Then and Now.
I was still thrown by the fact that at the beginning of the podcast, I'm not sure people heard it, but Steve addressed Rob as Sexy Rob.
Yeah, I was assuming that would be cut out.
I know, but I think it's important that people know that's fair. And I said, and what's my nickname, Rich? And he said, just Rich. I'm like, oh, wow.
Well, and then Rich
Ouch.
said, well, it's a lot better than Wang Stensler.
Yes. I want my Bobby back, Bobby back, Bobby. Bobby, he is in hell. Saved by Sam.
Story Mill Media.
For 8 years, we've been asking the same question over and over again. How did this happen? My name's Mandy.
And I'm Melissa, and we're the hosts of Moms and Mysteries, the true crime podcast with over 55 million downloads.
We're two Florida moms who are obsessed with mysteries. Each week, we do deep dives into fascinating true crime stories.
We cover everything from infamous cases like Casey Anthony
to the bizarre and complex crimes right here in our home state, like the shocking murder of FSU professor Dan Markell.
We bring you the facts, but with warmth and wit you'd only get from two friends who have been hooked on mysteries since childhood.
Join us for new episodes of Moms and Mysteries every Tuesday and Thursday.
Listen to Moms and Mysteries on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast.
The war is over, and both sides lost. Kingdoms were reduced to cinders, and armies scattered like bones in the dust. Now the survivors claw to what's left of a broken world, praying the darkness chooses someone else tonight. But in the shadow dark, the darkness always wins. This is old school adventuring at its most cruel. Your torch ticks down in real time, and when that flame dies, something else rises to finish the job. This is a brutal rules-light nightmare with a story that emerges organically based on the decisions that the characters make. This is what it felt like to play RPGs in the 80s, and man, it is so good to be back. Join the Glass Cannon podcast as we plunge into the Shadow Dark every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/theglasscannon, with the podcast version dropping the next day. See what everybody's talking about and join us in the dark.